Good evening. Welcome to another dark midnight millionaire rant with Wesley Virgin here. Okay. I know it's dark. That's why I call it the dark midnight rant. Okay. And basically it's dark because I'm laying down right now and I honestly don't want to turn on the light. I'm relaxed. But I still want to give you an opportunity to ask me questions here about any topic that you would like to discuss as it relates to success, as it relates to increasing your quality of life, anything that you're confused with. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Wesley Virgin, and I'm a young black African-American male born and raised in Houston, Texas. And guess what? It's nothing great about me. The only thing that's very great about me is just my mindset, okay? And when I say my mindset, it's just my ability to take an idea, okay, and transmute that into a physical, tangible thing, okay? And this is what I'm teaching the world. This is my purpose for living, to be able to permeate my message. This is my philosophy to men and women such as yourself, so you'll be able to become very, very successful, positive human beings on the planet here. So put your questions below, and if you're here, put your names below. I would like to give you a shout out. If you're listening to me right now, maybe you're in your car, maybe at home, maybe in bed like me, but I want you to suspend your beliefs for a second, and I want you to imagine as if I'm talking to you directly, okay? And that anything that I say here tonight that's applicable to your life, to become the greatest version of yourself, to get some of the things that you want, I want you to take it. Anything that you don't like, anything that you're questioning about, you can throw it to the side here. But I really like you to have an open mind. And when I say an open mind is, understand, even where you are, your situation, your job, the car that you drive, the house that you stay, is based off your current beliefs. And to be able to get new results, you have to have or inherit or assimilate new beliefs, okay? So, hey, Obed, how are you? Danny, how are you? Great night here. Put your questions below. Hey, Musk Shah, just want to give everybody a shout out that I can here. When you listen to videos like this, I know you can't see me because the reason why I want you to put headphones on and kind of focus on what I'm saying. And I want to stimulate you on an auditorio senses, okay? Which means listen. You don't need to see me, all right? It's dark. Put your headphones in and just absorb the content and just have an open mind. If anything I say is something that you don't want to believe or agree with, discard it. But if something that you hear tonight or whenever you're watching or listening to this, use it for yourself because it may be applicable and it may be the breakthrough that you're looking for your life. Hey, Ashlyn, how are you? DeAndrea, how are you? Good afternoon here. Okay. Jordy, how are you? All right, so I'm going to start answering questions here, and you can answer any question about my personal life. It's all good. I mean, anything that you need to know or hear from a real-life millionaire to help you to become one, I'm definitely willing to do that. I believe service leads to greatness. And guess what? Listen, come here. Come here. I'm here for you, and I love you. Okay? Let's get started. All right, first question is, hit the like button if you can hear me properly here. I have my phone on my $800 sheets here. I'm a funny guy, right? All right, give a second. Let me see. What are your thoughts about 5G? I don't understand the question. What is 5G? Are you talking about the phone network, like 4G? I don't know. Could you say something about the Illuminati? So I don't know anything about the Illuminati based off the information that's on the internet right now. I've never been invited. I don't know it exists. I'm pretty sure private groups do exist, but I don't know anything about it to speak intelligently about it. So I don't know, but I'll let you know once I'm invited. What do you recommend we do with our 401k in this situation of that's going on. So, I think money is king. I do believe that money is king, and you shouldn't really save money, but you should have money that's in your bank accounts for a purpose. But I think it's an opportunity to use in the stock market right now, but you need to educate yourself before you do that. But I would say hold the money, hold your money, hold your cash, unless you would like to take some risks. I would say hold your cash right now as we discover what's going to happen with this pandemic that's going on right now. Okay. And guys, make sure you have headphones on. It's very important, and it's a reason why you want to do that, because when you wear headphones, you cut off everything like sensory. Like right now you're looking at a black screen, right? So when you're hearing with headphones my voice, then you won't be disturbed by any dings, rings, or anybody walking around the house or anything outside your experience here, and you'll be enthralled, which means you can listen and you can apply it, and you'll be able to hear things that other people won't hear. Make sense? Okay. How many Instagram pages do you have? One. Guys, if you are seeing other people on the internet that is duplicating my page, that is not me, okay? Unfortunately, I have people that are scamming, trying to steal my identity, opposing to be Wesley Virgin here, and they're scamming people about giveaways. I'm not doing this. I'm not entertained in this. I am not participating in this. And this is my only account. It's Wesley Virgin, and it has the blue check. I have 1.1 million followers here, and this is the only account that you should listen to. And I probably wouldn't DM you personally about anything. That's just not what I do. I typically do answer DMs depending on my discretion, but I don't reach out to people, okay? So if anybody reaching out to you personally, that is not me, that's not my team, that's definitely a scam. All right, question. For college kids looking to make money, other than the stock market, what do you think is the best thing to start putting money towards? I think instead of thinking about what you want to do to put money towards, think about what you can put your time towards. It's a misconception to believe that, money are you need money to make money. You need money to do anything. No, you don't. You need work ethic. You need time. You need to put your energy in something. And my answer to that is the internet. It is internet marketing, digital marketing, or starting any type of e-commerce type business online, because you don't have to start with money. Okay. Like it doesn't cost any money to create a YouTube video. It doesn't cost any money to write an article or blog. It doesn't cost any money to create an affiliate link to promote another person's product and get paid a commission. But it does take some work ethic, and it does take some determination to get that done, okay? So right now, I don't think you need to be thinking about where you should put your money. Put your money in your bank account and go out there and work to create a business that doesn't cost you a dime to do. What is your definition of happiness? Yeah, that's a good question. Happiness is basically feeling blissful every single day. That's it. Blissful. Blissful means like a smile on your face, thinking about what you're grateful for. Happiness is understanding that I'm living. Happiness is being grateful that I'm in America, grateful that I have the opportunity to think and make choices and be able to have options, right? So that's happiness for me. It's very simplistic. It doesn't take a lot for me to be happy. I'm happy that I'm talking to you. Like right now, we're having a conversation, even though I can't hear you, you can hear me, but I'm blessed and I'm fulfilled to be able to do this, because I know someone that's hearing this tonight, maybe you, is going to have a breakthrough mentally, okay? Hey guys, Maria, how are you? How do you prepare for job interviews? Good question, traveler. So say, I used to be really good at this. So when it comes to a job interview, what you can do is a lot of people, what they try to do is practice, right? They try to ask themselves questions, or they look in front of a mirror, or maybe you ask your dad or your mom or your significant other to interview you. But what I've learned is over the years, you can actually, what is called the visualization process. So what you do is you imagine yourself at the interview table. You imagine what you would say. You imagine answering the questions. And you imagine yourself, asking questions about the position. So understand that. Let me give you some practical things you can do in the interview. Whenever you are interviewed, okay, and you want a job, it's important for you when they ask you have any questions for me, because the first thing they do, they're going to ask you questions. Now, if you're competent in that industry, you should have no problem. But when it's time for you to ask them questions, you want to make sure you have questions. These are some of the power questions that I used to use back in the day when I had a job to always get the job. First thing I say, hey, okay, first of all, what type of person are you looking for right now that's going to convince you to hire, the person for the job? Like, what are you looking for? What are you looking for in the person that's going to take this job right now to work for this company? And they'll tell you, oh, we're looking for this. Then what you do is say, great, because I did this at company A. Or that's some of the attributes and some of the traits that my last boss said I do. Second question, you would say, well, can you give me one of your problems? Okay, now this is powerful. I used to do this all the time when I was looking for engineer jobs, and I used to always get it. I say, what is the one problem that you have right now that this position, okay, that you're hiring me for, what is your biggest problem that's going on right now? Because I want to provide a solution for you. Or you just say, what is your biggest problem right now with your company? They'll tell you. They say, well, we have a problem in this industry. You say, okay, have you thought about this? Have you thought about this? Well, what about this? Oh, really? Because what you're doing is called like pacing and leading. You're putting yourself that you're already in a position because you're asking the company what the problem is, right? Because obviously they're hiring you to solve problems. So if you ask them what the problem is and you solve the problem, they're more likely to hire you. You can say, if I was to start tomorrow, this is what I would do. So you're pacing and leading yourself in the position. And if you solve it, you're like, oh my God, this is my guy because he's solving my problems. Okay, make sense? Okay, cool. When are you coming to San Antonio? Very soon. When you wake up, do you feel like you did your job? Well, I don't work a job. I have a purpose. I have many businesses. When I wake up, I feel grateful and I feel excited. I love you. I love you as well. Speak French. Comment ça va? Oui. Souvent play. How often do you listen to your subliminal audios? Not as much as I used to, actually. But I do assimilate and absorb information every single day, such as books, audio books, or things that I'm trying to learn, depending on what niche or what area I'm trying to become an expert in. Okay? But when I was broke, every day, all day. What age did you hit your first $1 million? When I was 35 years old. I'm telling my age now, right? 35. What are ways to find a one-bedroom apartment for rent? Go to Craigslist, Backpage, or just find yourself an apartment locator. How are we supposed to make money when we don't have any money to invest? See, unfortunately, that's a myth. That's a sad fact about entrepreneurship. Listen to me, young people. You don't have to have money to start a business. Yeah, maybe 40 years ago, right? When my parents were children, you needed money. But today we have the internet, we have technology, which means is we don't need any money to start a business online. You don't. Okay, and if you do, you need less than $100. You don't need any money to create an Instagram account, YouTube. All these different platforms here, unfortunately, a lot of you are just not educated and you don't get it. You can monetize this stuff. You can monetize your social media platform. You might say, well, how? Give value instead of putting stupid videos up and posting, weird things on your timelines, on your stories that make no sense. It's just entertaining and comical. Actually post something of value, something that's going to increase another person's quality of life, whatever that is. All right, just be yourself, but be consistent. Because what happens is, over time, people start watching you, start following you, and then you have the opportunity to sell something, promote something. It's millions of ways online for free to make money, okay? How do you handle the feeling of making all the visualization for several weeks, months, but still don't achieve them? I am Ricardo. Is there a time period between visualization and materializing and still not? Okay, so understand, Richard, your problem is your subconscious mind is still distorted. It's still full of these old beliefs, because if it wasn't, you wouldn't comment what you just wrote there. You said, I'm visualizing for several weeks and months, and I'm still not achieving them. Understand this. It is and this is important. You cannot put a time limit based off when you're going to visualize or when it's going to materialize. Just like you can't put a time limit on when you plant a seed, an orange tree, and you take a seed and you put it in the ground. Who knows when that tree is going to be mature? Who knows when that tree is going to have oranges on it? Okay, we don't know. And guess what? That's not your responsibility to know. Your responsibility is to plant. Okay? Which means is your responsibility is to visualize every day. Keep visualizing. Keep feeling as if the experiences that you want are taking place, irregardless of the timeline. And if you do it long enough, your mind won't know the difference between what's going on in your mind and physical reality. Does that make sense? Based off what you wrote here, that's telling me what you're doing. You're trying to visualize, but unconsciously you're saying, why is it not working yet? Why is it not working yet? It's been 2 weeks. It's been 3 months. Well, guess what? No one's that smart. No one knows when any type of manifestation or anything is going to be actually materialized. If people knew that, if I could tell you the time and date, then you have to pay me a bunch of money. Okay, $100,000, right? But see, that's the great thing about manifesting and success. Like, you don't know, right? So when you learn or when it happens, you're not only grateful, you're excited that you were patient enough to wait for it, okay? I want to see you. Well, not tonight. You're going to see the black screen, okay? What's your major manifestation technique? So I don't have one technique. It's not a major one. It's just I meditate and I visualize. All I do. Understand something. It's like Michael Jordan or LeBron James. You may say, I want to play like Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, show me your best move. Well, he really can't do that because he understands it's the basics is what got him there, right? He's going to teach you how to dribble first, right? He's not going to show you how to dunk and how to cross through your legs and how to cross over people, right? So just like karate and kung fu and taekwondo, everybody wants to do all these crazy kicks and they want to do the sweep here and they want to do this type of punch that can, basically break a man's chest. I don't know. But what I'm telling you is this. It's always the basics. Okay. The experts are the athletes, top athletes, are the successors. We practice the basics. Okay. That's it. It's the basics. The basics in and manifest. To manifest is to meditate because you need to be able to clear your mind and visualize. That means creating images or the feeling in your body as if the experience has taken place. Okay. It's all about harnessing your focus. See, a lot of you, your focus is everywhere. Okay. Your focus is on the coronavirus. Your focus is on your bills. Your focus is on your job. Your focus is on the money. Your focus is on your girlfriend, your boyfriend. Your focus is basically divided in between too many areas. And if it's divided that way, so the question is, where's all the power? Where's your main focus? Where are you harnessing that focus? When you're able to harness the focus in one thing, incredible things happen. And you can only get there by practice, doing it every day. How do you handle people? Guys, if you're getting some value here, hit the like button. Just want to know if I'm giving you value. If I'm not, you don't have to hit the like button. Just say, Wesley, you're not giving me value. Give me more, okay? Appreciate that, guys. Okay, here we go. How do you handle people who are intrude into your positivity? What do you mean by intrude? I don't know, use the correct word for that. But I think I understand what you're trying to say. They're trying to disrupt your positivity. So the thing is, listen, Colin, no one can disrupt your positivity because when people do things to you, they say things to you, right? Verbally. Then it's up to you to make a decision what that means to you. Like if I tell you that you're never going to make $1 million, you're never going to make it, you're a loser, you're sorry. And if you take that information and you get upset or you get mad, then that's the meaning that you put on what I said. But if you hear that and you say, you know what, I defer, I repudiate that, it's untrue. I am a multi-millionaire, I am rich, I'm successful. Right? I mean, you're not accepting those beliefs. But usually when people get angry, it's only because they doubt and they're uncertain about their own belief. See, a man or a woman that's certain about their beliefs, it's very difficult for them to waver. They're unwavering in their beliefs, right? Nothing can keep you from changing your beliefs about what you believe is going to take place because you have equipped yourself, okay? Maybe through self-talk or self-affirmation. So it's not about handling the people. It's making a decision that whatever a person says, it doesn't affect you. Move around from them. You hear it, then you just leave. Say, hey, thank you, I appreciate it. That gives me more fuel to let you know that it's going to be done, okay? What's the best business to start as a 16-year-old? YouTube business or an affiliate marketing business? Guys, let me know if you can hear me. Hit the like button because I changed positions here. Just want to make sure you hear me. You hear me properly. Let me turn around. Okay, how do you learn how to speak and be so persuasive? Yeah, practice. Practice free fall. Practice. You know, it was a time, and I'll tell you guys a story. It's kind of embarrassing, but I remember several years ago, maybe 10, 15 years ago, I was invited to go overseas to work in Iraq as the director of IT. And I remember like it was yesterday, I was at a table, number of white men, right? Older white men. There was one black guy. And the one black guy was the guy that brought me out there because I had IT experience here in Houston, Texas. So he flew me out there to Iraq to basically run the country there from a telecommunication IT standpoint. And, you know, it was, you know, when you're around the table and everybody has to speak about their department, you know, share the cons and pros or the news or, you know, what's going on in their particular department. And, you know, I was a little bit afraid, you know, I didn't want to talk because, you know, I didn't know what to say and how to say it. You know how when you have a bit of anxiety to talk in front of people because you want to make sure that you sound competent, right? And I didn't know what to say and how to say it. It's like I understood my job, but I didn't know how to communicate, right? To be honest with you, I just didn't know how to do that, you know, speak in a way that people understand me or to communicate an idea. And my friend, okay, I'll never forget this. When I say he communicated to these people as if he was singing a song. He had all these people. We had about 40 people in the room, and we were all leaders of our department. And he just finessed those people, you know. And it was like, oh, good job, Chris. His name was Chris. He said, that's amazing, awesome. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate that update. And I said, Chris, because after the meeting was over, you know, I didn't have to talk. Thank God. And when we left, I said, Chris, you know, we was about to go to Chow to get something to eat here. And he said, Chris. I said, Chris, how did you do that? He said, do what? I'm like, man, you just worked that room, man. You communicated in a way that was just fascinating. And he said, I said, what do I need to do to do that? He said, one thing. No, three words. He said, no, 2 words. Educate yourself. Wesley, educate yourself. All right? Educate yourself. Learn new words. Get around the people that speak that way, right? But you know, that really stuck with me for years, and I started to educate myself, and I started to get around people who spoke in a way that I wanted to speak. Make sense? I left Pookie and Ray Ray alone. You know, Pookie and Ray Ray, they have very, very interesting type of dialect. They use things like tryna, I ain't got time, you know, so I had to remove myself from people that spoke that way because, you know, those type of peer groups and those type of people is very influential on your dialect and your speech pattern. So I just got around great speakers, and I used to listen to great speakers online. And before you know it, voila, now I speak that way. And this is why I can communicate very effectively And I'm a master influencer as well. It's because I just educate myself constantly, okay? Question for me. Hello. Do you believe in the Tesla code? I don't know what that is. What's your why? My 2 children, my daughter, my beautiful princess, Deasia Tippins, and my son, David Tippins. They're my why. They're the reason why I do what I do. I just want to be the greatest example of a man, of a father. You know, I want to be the greatest example that my son can see what a man should be. I want my daughter to see what a man should be so she'll be able to select properly. I want my son to see what a man should be so he'll become not just like me, but better than me, right? So, yeah, that's my why. You know, they're the reason why I do what I do, and I'm very fortunate, and I'm grateful that I have such amazing children here. What's up, Robert? How are you? If you were invited, will you go in it? It depends on what it's all about. You're talking about the Illuminati. Yeah, if I was invited to Illuminati, first, I'm just curious, right? I want to see what it's all about. It's about positivity and prosperity. Absolutely. And of course, I will do a video for you, okay? What are your thoughts about Muslim peoples? I have no thoughts about them. I have no idea. I don't know that much about them. What's your definition of happiness? I already explained that. All right, I think I already answered that question. How do you pick your right audience for Facebook ads? So you just have to know your demographics, okay? So demographics means there's what are you promoting and who are the people that buy what you're trying to offer, okay? How do I create better content? So free fall, yeah, content such as when you write something online. Now this is very powerful and important, so listen close, please. When you create content online, write in a way as if you're having a one-on-one conversation, like me and you. Right now, we're having a one-sided conversation. You can hear me. I can't hear you, but you're listening to me, right? And a lot of things what I'm saying right now, I know you're like, wow, okay, this makes sense. I like it. I'm getting it. So it's important when you write things online because you're not able to communicate to a person verbally is make sure you write like you speak, right? And make sure when you're writing, you're thinking about what the other person is thinking about while you're writing. Like right now, I'm doing it to you right now. Like right now, you may be thinking, aha, that makes perfect sense, Wes. Some of you may be thinking, Wesley, are you going to give some money away? Wesley, I admire you. Wesley, you're amazing. Wesley, you're a jackass. I don't know. But, you know, I'm assuming, and that's what you should do in your copy. You have to assume that the reader may be skeptical. You have to assume that the reader may be negative or positive, right? A lot of people, even right now, are excited about this video and this audio. Right now, they're listening and they're like, man, this guy's a fucking genius. Some people say, this guy's an asshole. He's cocky. He's too confident, right? Does that make sense? Now, I know some of you are experiencing those feelings and those emotions and those thoughts. So the same thing you have to do in your copy. You have to assume what the reader is interpreting based off what you're writing in your writing. Make sense? I give an example. If I'm selling Overnight Millionaire, I say, hey, what if it was possible to become a millionaire overnight? Boom, right? In your mind, I know what you're saying is bullshit. So what I'm going to write is, the next line is going to say, I know what you're thinking, bullshit. You're like, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. See, so a great copywriter or a great content creator, he's able to pace and he's able to understand what the reader is going to think about before they even have the thought. It's amazing, right? It's called unconscious persuasion. I talk about this in Mass Control. All right, next question for me. Wes, which sounds do you listen to at night to fall asleep? My girlfriend snoring. I'm just kidding. I don't have a girlfriend. No. If I had a girlfriend, she wouldn't snore anyway, because if a girl snores, unfortunately, you can't be with me. I need silence. I don't listen to anything, actually. I listen to my breathing. That's about it. I don't listen to any sounds, actually. Okay, next question here. Guys, is everybody getting some value? You know, I'm just a regular, normal millionaire from the South here. Nothing great about me. I just want to give value here. If you're getting value, hit the like button right now. I want to be with you. You're with me right now, my man. I kicked my dog out because he was barking and disturbing me. There you go. Kick your dog out of there, you know. Get your dog out of the house. You don't want any disturbances. Appreciate all the likes right now. Wesley, I'm living in poverty. Living in poverty. Can you do the giveaway? There's no giveaway. I'm not doing a giveaway, guys. That is not me. Again, that is not me doing the giveaway. It's scam. This is my only account. Okay. I'm verified. Look for the blue check. 1.1 million followers right now. And anybody else that's trying to add you, I don't add people, and I damn sure don't follow people, and I don't DM people directly unless I like you. Okay. It's just the truth. I have over maybe 100 to 500 DMs every single day. So it's impossible for me to DM people, to be honest with you. How often do you listen to your subliminal meditation audios? So I meditate 2 to 3 times a day. Subliminals, whenever I want to, basically, because to be honest with you, I've listened to subliminals so much. Listen here, that even in my mind, even when I'm speaking to you right now, like I can hear myself. I am now grateful for that I earn $100,000 per day, which is $3 million per month. Like that just, I've heard it so many times. Like the Bob Proctor, I'm so grateful and happy now that money comes to me easily and effortlessly money comes to me through multiple sources on a continuous basis, something like that. But, that just plays over and over in my mind because I've listened to it so much, just like you're listening to me right now. Okay. How do you get into your zone? Easy. Everybody do this. I'm going to show you how to get into the zone. Take a deep breath through your nose and exhale. Do it again. Take a deep breath through your nose and exhale. How do you feel? You're in the zone. You're in the zone, okay? Because it all depends on what you define the zone is. But when you want to get into the zone, you have to make sure that your mind and your place. Wes, if I want to promote Overnight Millionaire, do I have to make a different Facebook and Instagram? No, you can use your current one. Teach me the ways, my friends. I'm teaching you right now. Thank you, because people are talking to me with your name. Okay, yeah. Guys, can you report to people that are trying to fabricate my account and that just being malicious and defamatory with my name here? Put some respect on my name. Put some respect on my name. Birdman. You remember that? Thanks for the heads up. I almost fell for it. Don't fall for it, guys. Be smart, okay? I would never ask you for money, and I would never email you personally saying, hey, I'm doing a giveaway. I would go live. Obviously, if it doesn't come from my mouth, do not answer messages, okay? And the people I do message, you probably know me personally. Let me see. Question is, here we go. You are the greatest. I'm glad I saw you live. Thank you so much. 5G cell phone towers give off massive amounts of radiation. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not educated when it comes to 5G. Hey, Wes, have you thought about creating an app? I have thought about it. Question for me, guys. And thanks for the likes if you're getting any type of up. How do you pay taxes for your business? I have a tax person that takes care of that for me. So what I recommend, just once you make about $400,000, 400, then you should worry about a tax person, okay? If you're making 10,000, yeah, I wouldn't really worry too much about how many taxes you need to pay right now. Thank you so much, McKenna. He said, I love your shows. Yeah, I mean, this is real life. Like, can you hear me breathing? I'm sure some of you can smell me. Some of you need to take a shower right now. I can smell you. You stink. Go take a bath. I'm just kidding, folks. All right. Hey, what do you think about day trading? I think, yeah, it works very well. I don't do it, but I know a lot of colleagues that do it. Wesley, I have a question. How do you create discipline? So you don't create discipline. Discipline is a way of thinking, right? To be disciplined means that you're consistent with something that you say or what you resolve to do. Okay, like working out or working on your business. So it's not about creating discipline. It's about thinking. It's a way of thinking. So you have to change your way of thinking to be disciplined into something, okay? Depending on what you want to do. All right? There has to be more than 100 people in this live. No, it doesn't. No, that's it. But over 3,000 people end up watching it. Understand this. The people that become rich are the 3%. Okay, so think about it. All right. You just have to understand it and understand something. Listen to me. I am not doing this video to get millions of people to watch me right now. Millions of people will watch me when it's time. As a matter of fact, they do watch me. But listen, you cannot save everybody. Like, I cannot help everybody win in life. I want to, but some people don't have the desire to make millions. Some people don't have a desire to leave their job. So, but they like you. They may like me for my mind. They like me because I'm just a cool guy. I'm down to earth. You know, people have a variety of reasons why they gravitate towards me, not just because of my cars and my riches here. Okay. Maybe just because I'm just a good guy that speaks from the heart and transparent. Doesn't mean they want to be rich. So understand this. I'm grateful for the 100 people that are listening to me. Like you, just listen to me right now. I'm grateful for you. Because that lets me know that you're different from the other million people that are not. I'm not looking to save the many. I'm looking to help the few who's making a decision right now that they too can become better or like me financially, or to understand that, you know, life is a gift. It's not a curse. Life is a opportunity to construct it and to create it based off your beliefs, how you want it to be. This is what I'm attempting to permeate in the universe and to you. Right? I'm trying to get that into your hard head. How old are you, Joshua? What's your mindset on risk taking as young entrepreneur in the making? Yeah, take a risk every day. I believe you should always take risks. Some people say you should take calculated risks, but I don't believe that. I think you should do it, right? You feel it, do it. Take a risk. You know, it's okay. A risk can be defined and it's kind of relative depending on what you're doing. But yeah, a lion, which a man should be a lion. He's willing to take risks. He's willing to do it or die in the process. And let me show you, if you're not willing to die as it relates to getting rich and successful, if you're not willing to die for your purpose or your passion, I'm not sure that's something that you should do. You maybe should just go back to your mundane, boring job and just allow other people to control your destiny for the next 30, 40 years. Because, see, this ring that I'm in, it's a fight. You know, sometimes it's a fight every day. Sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. But the key is to win more than you lose. Make sense? But it's always a fight. Wesley, teach me how to eliminate time. Well, understand time can't be eliminated because time is created by man once. And it's not about eliminating time. It's about perceiving time differently. Which is, you know, we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. And that was created because that's the way that we structure living, right? We have a time. That's how you structure a population. That's how you structure a community or even the world, right? But you want to get to the point that you're not living your life based off time, like such as I got to complete this by this time. I got to be successful by the age of 30, 25, 20, 40, whatever. You know, you have to get out of that type of mentality, okay? Because you may be disappointed because you may say, I failed because I didn't reach it on this time. So you have to think about time as in what's important is just what you're doing and understanding that anything that you want, you can feel that feeling now. For example, some of you want a nice, brand new luxury car. Some of you want a big, huge mansion, okay? But once you get that item or that physical reality is yours, what happens is, and this is intangible, by the way, you just feel good. You laugh, you cry, you enjoy. I mean, oh my God, I can't believe it happened. Yes, yes, yes. I can buy this. I can buy this. Yes, yes, yes. That's a feeling, which means is, since it's intangible, you can feel like that right now. Like you listen to me, right? You can actually feel excited about anything that you desire from your universe right now. This is what they don't teach nowhere, right? Many of you are confused is because you don't realize that what you want and what you're working for, you can get for free. And once you start to marry the feeling of that thing that you desire, once you just start to say, you know what, I'm excited, I'm enthusiastic, I'm not going to wait until I get the car, the house, or the new job, a new opportunity, or the new wife or husband before I feel grateful and excited about living. I'm going to feel excited now as if I have it. And once you do that, that puts you in a very different place as it relates to people, okay? And your experience of serendipities and some miracles that even I couldn't explain to you, okay? How can I keep faith within me and stay calm during the process? So that's a good question. How many of you have a problem just having faith? Okay. How many of you just have an issue just keeping the faith, right? Just hit the like button and just say, me, Wes, I'm that young man, young woman, and I want great things, and I want my family to be great. I want my children to be great. And, I just want to experience some type of happiness more than sadness. Listen to me here. First thing what we must do, young people, or even older people, is understand what faith is. Faith is believing. And I'm going to paraphrase, in the unseen, or believing in the invisible, right? Faith is the evidence of things hoped for. No, faith is the substance of things hoped for, but the evidence of things not seen. Now let's dissect that, because I want you guys to see what's important about understanding when we use these words like faith. We have to define this stuff. We have to break it down so our brain is able to perceive it in a way that we can take action with it. Okay. And this is what I'm really good at. Okay. Now listen, faith is the substance of things hoped for. So a lot of you are hoping for a lot of stuff, right? New life, new car, new body, new relationship, new husband, new wife, right? New legs, new belly, new butt, new breasts, whatever. That's the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. So that means that, well, we're not going to see it, right? We don't see it. Like, we want to see it, but we don't see it. So what we're doing is we're attempting to create the experience, even though we're not having the experience in the physical world. Okay. So when you guys say, my faith is tough, it's because you're not continually thinking about the things that are hoped for. All right. You just have a thought, you're like, oh yeah, I want a car. Oh yeah, I want $1 million. Those are like whims, right? They just come to you, and then you go to sleep, you wake up, and you go back to your old default routine. But faith is the substance of things hoped for, which means that you have to continually, and I would use a better word instead of hope, I would say expect. Okay? Substance is the things that you expect to take place, that these must happen. Like, I must make $1 million. I must be able to put my children in better school. I must take care of my parents. I must tell my parents they don't have to work any longer. I must travel the world. I must contribute to the world. I must, so what happens is when you think like that, instead of, when we expect it, and then we start to see the evidence of the things not seen. So even though we don't see it, but we see the evidence of things that are starting to happen. Such as if you're driving your car, you want a new car, and your car breaks down. Well, that's the evidence that you might get a new car. If you have a job, but you want to have a business and you get fired tomorrow, well, that's evidence that you may have an opportunity waiting for you. Like right now, the coronavirus, this is evidence that your intention, whatever that is taking place, because now you're at home. Now you have the opportunity to work on your desire, on your dream. So that's the evidence. And even though you can't see it, and see it means the actual thing that you desire, but you see things that are taking place in your life day by day that's revealing the result. Am I making sense here? Okay. Are you guys getting it? Give me a thumbs up if that's making sense. Come on now. Okay. Wesley, I have a question. So yeah, I explained that. Wesley, I have a question. How do you create discipline? I've already answered that question. Just listen to the video again. When I meditate, my mind wanders. What can I do to stop this? That's a good question, Pretty Face. Pretty Face, listen to me. Whenever you meditate and your mind starts to think or wander off, what you do is start to focus on your breathing. Okay? Start to focus on your breathing. It's natural for your mind to wander off because you're new when it comes to meditating. Most of us are in what is called beta state. Beta is when your mind is just thinking about everything. Like, women relate to this. You get overwhelmed. You're thinking about the job. You're thinking about your husband. You're thinking about your kids. You're thinking about your contribution. You're thinking about church. You're thinking about what the girl said at the job. It's so much going on in your mind. They call it the monkey brain, by the way. So much chatter. So when you start to meditate and you start to be quiet, your mind is still moving rapidly. But what you do is you consciously start to focus on your breathing. The air going in and the air exhaling out. So as you inhale and exhale, you're thinking about the air that's coming through your nostrils and exhaling through your mouth. Try it. And you can do it right now for like a couple of seconds. Just think about the air, and whenever your mind wanders, just bring it back, right? It'll wander off, and just bring it back. Just bring it back to the breathing again. And you're practicing, and you're teaching. It's like brain exercise. You're teaching your mind how to focus, right? A lot of your mind doesn't know how to focus, so this is called brain exercise. It gives you the opportunity to work your brain muscles to, focus back on the breathing. Right? You're teaching your brain to focus the energy. So now, when you want something, it can happen very fast, okay? Because you've trained your mind, just like you train your body to work out. You do it long enough, you start to look sexy. Makes sense? Then everything just comes to you. Why my kids never want to do shots? They act like they 6 shots? What kind of shots? What do you mean? Pictures? It's hard to keep my mind from wondering. Okay, all right, that's it. I don't understand what you mean by shots. Okay, guys. Oh, these questions are coming in. Guys, if you're getting value here, I want you to comment the word Wesley. I love you. I'm getting value here tonight with you. Even if you're on YouTube or even on Facebook, just say, Wesley, I'm getting value because I'm here to help you, okay? I'm not saying I know everything, but I know a lot, okay? And it's proven by the way that I live my life. Like, I'm not just talking based off of no results. I'm getting results. Let me tell you that. Do your research on me, Wesley Virgin. Do your research before you start watching this video to the very end now, okay? How much money do you spend in your companies, life employees, and all this stuff? Maybe $20,000 to $30,000 a month. How not to have anxiety to talk to people. Like for me, I started sweating when I started to talk to people. So understand, how many of you, when you start to feel anxiety, you start to sweat on your armpits? Right? Or you talk to groups of people, you sweat on your armpits. Understand this. This is what you do. The reason why you have anxiety when you talk to groups of people or whenever you're having, you have to give a speech is because you're seeing yourself, and you're seeing yourself, people watch you, right? And when people are watching you, you're thinking about what they're thinking about you. Right? Everybody's looking at you. You're looking at their faces, and they're looking at you. And you're like, oh, my God, am I wearing the right clothes? Do I have a booger in my nose? Is my makeup okay? Is my hair okay? So you can't have all this dialogue going on when you're trying to do that. So what I do is, when I give a speech, it's like, to be honest with you, I visualized before. I visualized myself giving the information. And what I think is, it's not about me. Now, that's called diminishing the ego. See, whenever you get so nervous when you're talking in front of people, it's your ego, because you're more worried about how you look or how you're going to say something rather than delivering the message. So me, it's not about me. I diminish my ego, which means is even if I have a booger in my nose, hopefully someone tell me to, to pick it out. Or if my tie is undone, someone to tell my shirt. If my zipper is down, someone to tell me to zip my fly. But what's important about me when I speak, I'm just thinking about the people. That's it. I'm thinking about what I can do to impact the people. I don't care about me. It's not about me. It's about them. So when you start to transfer, that is about them. When you honestly care about people, when you're giving a speech or doing anything in front of crowds of people, then you're very effective, and then you're not nervous anymore. Okay. I start sweating when people start looking at me when I speak. Yeah, I just explain it because you're thinking about what they're thinking about you. But see, me, when I speak to people, like even you guys, like I don't care what you think about me. Like I love you, but I don't give a damn what you think about Wesley Virgin, because I know what I think about myself. What's important to me during this time with me and you right now is for you to either grab this information and use it or to discard it. Because it's just my philosophy. That's all what it is. But I don't care what you think about me. You can talk about me in the comments. You can say whatever you want. Because it just doesn't matter. Because I don't care. Okay? What I care about is helping you reach your goal. Okay? That's it. That's what I care about. Which means I care about you. It's not about me. It's not about how you feel about me. It's not up for me to react or to respond to anything that's negative or anything that's trying to talk down to me in a piss poor way. Okay? Wesley, I have a question. Okay, I already answered that question, my man. Somebody said I don't know snore. I know you guys snore. I can hear you guys snoring right now. Listen to me. Wake up! Hello? I know somebody jumped right now, didn't you? If you jump, say I got you. Okay, question for me. What's your opinion on sleep affirmation videos? Yeah, I believe they do work, Joshua. It's called sleep learning, I believe, because it's a part of your unconscious that's still active here. So, yeah, I do believe in sleep affirmations. What did you say in your last to cut all your close people off? Yeah, disconnect, cut everybody off. Like right now, this is so, I tell so many stories about this because I've had many friends and they still refuse to cut off their friends. And this is the reason why they're still like struggling, trying to be rich, trying to be successful, and so confused about why they're not getting a breakthrough. Because listen, you can't learn how to be a doctor if you're spending 24 hours at the mechanic shop. Okay? A mechanic can't teach you how to be a doctor, can he? And a doctor cannot teach you how to become a mechanic. All right? Which means is you have to get around the right people. Now, understand this, what happens with life, and this is what happens with people when it comes to friends. And I don't have many friends. Like, I like all of you. I believe you are my friends, but you may not be in my circle. But when people grow up, they unfortunately, human beings, they grow such close attachment to people. Emotional attachments. Like you say, that's my best friend. I love my friend. I die for my friend. I ride for my friend. I ride and die. I lie for my friend. Or whatever, right? We all say this. And we develop a very interesting bond to them. But the problem is this. It's when you decide to become something different. Like, because maybe you want to be rich. You want to be a multimillionaire. You want to have more options in life. And even though you love that person, you like them, but they might not share your same desire, right? They still want to be who they are. Or they might have their opinion about what it takes to be rich as well, right? So you're having a conflict about something that both of you don't know about. So the point is this. You got to disconnect, and you got to get around the people that are speaking the language of prosperity, not just speaking, but they're proving, which means they're actually getting results. I mean, you can talk to a man all day that plants orange trees, but if you say, yes, I've planted 15 orange trees, but the first thing that you're going to look for, are there any oranges? I don't care how many trees you planted, but orange tree, but if there's no oranges on the plant, are you going to listen to that guy? So it's just not about planting trees or orange trees. You got to make sure the oranges are on the tree, right? Just because you worked a lot and you did a lot doesn't mean that you're getting the result. So it's important to disconnect or to limit your interaction with certain people, even your closest friend. And they may be positive people. So what? Positivity alone don't make people rich, right? Just because you're a good person, because you're nice, doesn't mean that you're going to be rich. You got to get around the right type of people, rich people, successful people. People that's in the business that you want to be rich in. Does it make sense? But unfortunately, it's very tough for a lot of you. Okay? The tough is tough for a lot of you because you think if you lose your friend, you don't know what to do, right? You're gonna be bored, but you're not gonna be bored. You're gonna be working on you, your dream, your goals, right? You have to really take on a whole new belief structure about life. and you have to separate yourself. It's a sacrifice because you're going to be uncomfortable. You're going to be, because now you can't call the person that you used to call. You're no longer going to text. Listen to me. Think about the 3 or 5 closest friends in your life right now. If I bet you dollars to donuts, you make probably close to the same amount. You drive the same type of cars. You probably wear the same fake purses. You probably wear the same fake jewelry as well. You go to the same places, right? Happy hour. I mean, you do the same thing. So that's your reality. That's just your belief structure. You talk the same type of language as well. So if you want to change that, you have to change the environment. It means you have to let the people go. Block their numbers. That's what I did. I blocked everybody's number. I deleted everybody. And as a matter of fact, even today, my phone is on Do Not Disturb. So even when people call me, I don't know when you call me, to be honest with you, because it's on Do Not Disturb. I don't want to be bothered. I call you when I'm ready to call you because I'm focused. I'm different. Make sense? And I don't want any disturbances. People, understand this. A lot of you have to teach people to deserve your time. Many of you, even you're using your time like it's a prostitute, such as you're giving your time to everybody for nothing, for free, right? It's like a crackhead prostitute, right? You just give it away for $5, $2, whatever. That means somebody texts you, I have an emergency. Okay, I'm there. My boyfriend just dumped me. Okay, I'm there for you, girl. Or someone hurt your feelings. Okay, let's go out to the strip. You just, I need you to move. Okay, I'm there. I'm having a hard time right now. Okay, I'm there. So you're giving your time to everybody, which causes frustration in you, but you're enabling the behavior. Like you're creating all this bullshit. So what you do is you just cut them off. Boom. And yes, they may say you're mean. People might call me mean, but let me tell you something about me. People respect my time, period. Okay, I don't want to talk to you. It's just how it is. All right, you either respect my time or you're not going to get any of my time. If you don't teach people to respect who you are and your time, they would use you and suck you dry. No pun intended. Make sense? Okay. Next question here. So yeah, go ahead and start blocking people. Like right now, you should be blocking people out of your phone. I mean, if you're serious, if you're not serious about being wealthy, keep all the poor Pookie and Ray Rays, keep all the broke average people in your phone, keep hanging with your same friends that talk about nothing, futile conversations that are useless, that is not even beneficial or productive to your future or your career. Keep doing it. And you'll see how your life will pan out in the next 10 years, okay? And you'll be begging to send me money. How do I prosper a business starting with nothing? Yeah, EXO, you don't need any money to start a business. Listen, hello, sweetheart, beautiful. Look at me. Listen to me, sweetheart. You don't need any money to start a business, okay? Online. You don't need any money to start a business at all, okay? Hey, guys, I got 2 minutes left. Wow, we've been already talking for an hour. When I'm talking to you, just time goes away. Hey, by the way, I love you. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm grateful for you. Hey, keep going, keep running, keep picturing something better. The best advice I can give you is this. Don't give up. And keep picturing the life that you want. That's the key. Whatever devastating moment or trials and tribulations that you're going through in your life right now is based off a picture that you keep repeating. The picture of sorrow, the picture of disparity, of depression, disappointment. You keep living in the past. And you keep making these pictures bigger and bigger and brighter. What I want you to do is shut down that negative picture. I want you to turn that negative picture black and white. And then I want you to make it smaller. Then I want you to introduce a new picture. And that's the picture that you want. That's called the new chapter of your life that I want you to entertain. And let me share something with you. You have no idea what your life will birth to. You have no clue what the universe or God will create for you based off you just changing and renewing your mind. Because that's what it takes. I love you guys. And this is Wesley, $1 Billion Virgin. The questions and answers are over. Had a lot of questions here. Hey, guys, thanks for the likes and shares. I love all of you. I appreciate you. I'll be here probably. I'll do it tomorrow. If you guys share this and like it, I'll do another video for you guys tomorrow. Much love. This is Wesley, $1 Billion Virgin. Get to work. Let's go. Later.